Hello, my name is Jen, and I'm going to give you a review and introduction of what psychomotor learning is. I'm going to provide an introduction and brief overview of psychomotor learning. I'm going to define what psychomotor is, give you some examples and non-examples of psychomotor, as well as explain to you the different categories which psychomotor skills can be divided into. Learning objectives for this presentation will be that learners will be able to differentiate between examples and non-examples of psychomotor behaviors, and they will also be able to classify psychomotor skills into the proper categories. So defining psychomotor, we'll start by defining skill, which is the ability coming from one's knowledge, practice, aptitude, etc. to do something well. Psychomotor tasks involve skills that are physical in nature. Psychomotor learning, the relationship between cognitive functions and physical movement, normally contains a procedural rule. Examples and non-examples of psychomotor. An example would be how to drive a car. You have to have that cognitive function to know how to get in, put the key in the ignition, turn the key, and start the car. So there's the cognitive function there. You also have the physical skill of knowing how to do that and physically actually doing that task. That makes this a psychomotor skill. A non-example would be types of cars. Knowing and being able to list makes and models of cars is not a psychomotor skill. Some other examples of psychomotor skills would be how to change a tire, throw a baseball, and writing the letter J in cursive. Some other non-examples of psychomotor skills would be knowing types of tires, watching a baseball game, or writing an essay. To be considered psychomotor learning, the new learning involved must contain a physical skill. So now we'll look at different categories which psychomotor skills can be broken into. We have discrete versus continuous, which relates to the distinctiveness of the beginning and ending points of a skill. Discrete consists of either a single step or a few steps and have tasks determined beginning and endings. Some examples would be hitting a baseball with a bat or writing a cursive letter J with a pencil and paper. These two different types of tasks, beginning and endings, are determined for us. When you swing the bat and hit the ball, that task is ended because you've actually hit the ball with the bat. There are some subcategory to this called serial skills. Basically, serial skills are sub-skills assembled to perform a major skill, such as writing letters to form words. Continuous, those skills in which the beginning and ending points are more subtle and performer determined. Examples would be dribbling a basketball and playing the drums. Another way to categorize psychomotor skills is closed versus open, which involves determining how the skill relates to the environment. Closed, performed without active influence from the environment, such as playing golf. Playing golf is a one-person sport that does not have an opposing team affecting or influencing our next moves. Open, however, is used when the environment causes the performer to make continuous adjustments, such as playing hockey, which does have an opposing team, and our moves are continuously adjust based off the environment, which in this example would be the opposing team. Finally, we can categorize psychomotor skills by person and object motion. For this, the person may perform a skill either at rest or in motion, and the object may either be at rest or in motion. There are 4 different types that can be used to describe person and object motion. Type 1 is used when both person and object are at rest. Picking up a pencil would be an example of this. Type 2 is used when a person is at rest and the object is moving, such as hitting a baseball. Type 3 is used when the person is moving, the object is at rest. An example of this would be shooting a layup while playing basketball. Finally, type 4 is used when both person and object are moving. An example of this would be running while trying to catch a pop fly in baseball. The individual person is moving while running toward the ball, and the object is moving while flying through the air as the pop fly. These different categories help us distinguish what qualifies as a psychomotor skill. So to wrap up, I've explained what psychomotor learning is and what it is not. It's the physical movement which involves cognitive functions. I've given actual examples such as driving a car versus the different types of cars, and I've explained the several different types of categories which psychomotor skills can be divided into. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and here are the references used to form this presentation.